Alright, so today we have a MS066 black lever that the customer is complaining that when it gets warm it's shutting off and just things like that. So this saw needs a fuel line on it, and I'm going to show you why here in 1 second. So if you look down in there, you see where it's kinked at the filter? That's what's wrong with this saw. It needs a fuel line on it. Alright, so these are really easy to change. So obviously first thing you want to do is pull this shit off. Throw it in a fucking pile somewhere. Get the old rattle going. Stupid thing. You gotta get that. So, there we go. Get this here off of it. I mean, that thing is so hard. I'm gonna say that's probably why. Well, I'm not gonna say probably why. I'm gonna say that's why it wouldn't. Super low hour saw. So these, you gotta, sometimes you can get lucky and get the whole thing out of there like I just did, but most of the time that's probably gonna come out of there in 2 pieces. Most of the time. Not all the time, but there it is. Wonder where my bent one was. So obviously you can see that fuel line, see how, like how hard it is. It's just basically like brake lines. It won't allow no flow. So as you can see, this fuel line is like, I mean, I don't know how old it is. It's original in the saw, but look how old, how hard and flexible it is, I guess is the word you're looking for, compared to a new one. See, a new one is a lot more flexible, including this line. Look, so these are only going there one way with that little thing forward like that. So a lot of times you can get them in there and get them started in through the old little hole there. Yeah, there we go. And if you do use a screwdriver here like I'm doing and push this down in there, just be careful. Don't get in a hurry with it. And then of course you always got these wires here you have to like pull back and up out of the way. Like this. And then get that little thing turned in there. Like so. Just push it right down in there like that. And of course this little line here, this little elbow on it, goes right down in there like that. Just like that. Now you gotta put it all back together. Usually, which I probably do it wrong, because you know everybody tells me I do everything wrong. I always put the throttle linkage on one of these first. But I have no idea how to build an 066, so I probably wouldn't listen to any advice I say. So, you see this thing right here? So if you have a 66 or a 660 or a 500, 261, there's a couple other ones. They have this thing in them like this, right? So if you have one of these saws and you're like, what? I think it should make more power. It should do this. It should do that. So if you take this thing off there, which I have it on there wrong. If you take this thing off here, right, when you put that on there, it'll allow more airflow into the saw. So even if you didn't port your saw and you just say you called Egan up and you bought a straight shot for it, right? It goes this way. I'm not very smart. I did have it right. Sorry about that. So even if you call somebody up and get a straight shot, build your own pipe, whatever the case might be for it, if you take that out of there, the saw will run better. It's like a 201. If you take a 201 and pull the air cleaner off of it and drill holes in it, that thing will have like 5,000 horsepower compared to stock. I don't understand why it won't. No. Because you had it upside down, dummy. That's why. So if you take that thing off there, if you pulled your saw apart and pulled that out and put that back together, it's like a ton of horsepower. ton. Like, you wouldn't even think it would be the same saw. So let's go out here and put some gas in it and see if we can get it running. Kind of just wondering why. That's stupid. it didn't do anything but turn. Well, there it is. An MSO 66 Magnum. It's in fairly good shape for the age of it. So this saw actually made more power than the MS661, but we're not going to get into that. But yeah, that's how you put a fuel on and a fuel filter on one. Not like real rocket appliance. So yeah.